Where's the camera?
Just there. There it is.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi, how's everyone doing? Okay, well, I'm a little nervous, but here we go. Can everybody hear me? Is everyone there? Hello, Sybil, how are you? Hello, Miss Gibbs. Hello. Hello, Ellen. Okay, should I enter? All right, so here we go. My name's Kenneth Thomas Sr., and this is my first debut novel, and the title of it is Given, Not Taken. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for even entertaining the thought of sharing your time to even read my book. Some of the questions that Ellen had for me, I want to start with, where did my story come from? How did I come up with my story? I really didn't come up with this story. I really didn't pick this. This story picked me, to be totally honest with you. Ever since I was a child, I've always had these little stories and characters in my head. And when they come and they tap me on my shoulder, I started writing them down. I started putting them in my phone. I started writing a little bit of notepads. Everywhere that I could possibly write something down that a character told me, I wrote it down. And we basically put the story together that way. Where did you get the characters' names from? Well, I got the characters' names from my family and my friends. My brother's name is Calvin. There's a character in the book named Cheryl. I have a sister named Cheryl. I have some old Army friends whose names are in that book. I have some people that I see every day. Their names are in the book. But I asked them first. So it's my way of paying homage to them and letting them come out with my first debut book. So that's how we came up with the names. Have you ever thought of yourself as a writer? Well, yeah. I've always thought of myself as a writer. I don't want to get too serious about some of the things, but when you, as a child, I grew up very hard, to be totally honest with you. Poverty was my middle name, and I used to pray the same prayer every single night, that God would make me rich. And you got to be careful about what you ask God for. If you're not specific exactly on what you're asking for, if you're not saying money, then you can be rich in a lot of different ways. So he made me rich with stories, and it's exactly what I needed. I needed stories to get me through the night, because when I was hungry, I needed something to take my mind off the hunger. And what took my mind off the hunger was the stories, and that made me rich. So that's where my storytelling ability came from. Okay, where do you go to write? Okay, I go to write. I'm a longshoreman, and for those of you who don't know what a longshoreman is I work on ships. So in the port of Jacksonville, we're responsible for loading and discharging ships. We have 5 different types of entities, and I'm in charge of those guys that do that. So on every ship that comes into the city of Jacksonville, there's a tally room, which is an office, and that office is my office. So I go in the office and I write, especially if I have a good crew. If I have a great crew, they'll tell me, hey, Ken, get out of here. Because I've always been talking about, I'm going to finish my book. And they was like, yeah, well, Ken, when are you going to finish this book? You've been talking about finishing this book, every year. My New Year's resolution was to finish the book. And my wife, she was asking me, come on, baby, let's do it. So finally, one day at my job, some individuals, they made me pretty upset. I mean, they really got up under my skin. I was so mad that I was like, I am tired of even showing up to this place. So, and in this voice in the back of my head, because I have so many of these voices in my head, they were saying, like, I was talking to God, and he was like, well, You're here because you want to be here. I've given you what you needed, so it's time for you to do what you got to do with it. So I was obedient. I found the perfect editor for me. It took us exactly 6 months from start to finish. 6 months. So, and we came up with Given Not Taken. This book is off the chain. Okay. Well, thank you. And I, with these characters, sometimes I treat them like humans. I think they are human, to be totally honest with you. They tell me certain things they want to do, and sometimes I'm arguing with them. Like Ava, I got in so many arguments with her, because, she has a way of doing things that I really didn't care too much for. Now, Ellen was talking about Ulrich. Ulrich, his name is Ulrich Kasha. It's pronounced Kasha, like a car, sure. I just happened to be in my military stint. I just happened to be tall enough. Oh my goodness, this guy. I just happened to be tall enough, and I just happened to look decent enough to be in the military, but also be in the fashion world. So I did model professionally for about 14 years while I lived there. God truly blessed me, to be the right height. I worked out. I kept my body right. And, I was on the fashion world. And one of my choreographers who did the big shows, I mean, there's different levels of shows, but one of the guys that does the big shows, the Calvin Klein, the Hugo Boss, the Rene Lazar, those shows, he was in charge of doing those choreographing, and his name was Ulrich Kasha. And I really loved his name. I loved his name, but everybody called him Uli. So when you see U-L-I, it's pronounced Uli. And, and so when you see that, that's Uli. My wife and I, we speak German. We lived in Germany for 14 years. I could not see living in a country and not learning that language. I just couldn't do that. Our kids were educated. Their beginning school was educated in a German school. So the only way that we could talk to the teachers was that we had to speak German. And they still speak German till today. My daughter graduated from Georgetown University, and she has her. She took a couple of German classes, and they wanted to know how come her German was so good. Go figure. Okay, so what would you like the readers to know about you? No. We want to go with tell us about Kenneth, the author behind the pages. Okay. I might have told you a little bit about who I am from behind the pages already, but one of the things that I would like for you guys to know is that I am a father of 3. I have my daughter is the oldest, and I have 2 boys that were born after her. We have one that was my daughter was born. She's 30. She's 31, and my son is 28, and then we have an 18-year-old. So we had a 10-year hiatus from babies. So my wife kept asking for babies every year, and I kept telling her no. The last baby, the 18-year-old, she took on her own. So, and I'm so happy he's here. So, I also have two grandkids. I have one who's 2 numbers. She'll like to tell you she's 2 numbers. So 11. She's 11. And then we have a 3-year-old. And we have one in the oven that's coming now. So that's kind of cool too. In May, and it will be a boy, and so my son's really happy about that. So hello. So we're really happy about that. as I'm hello. Also, as I said, I'm a family guy. I love my family. My wife and I, we've been married for 33 years. Um, I love telling stories. To be totally honest with you, I love telling stories. So if you wanna, if you wanna hear how see or saw my relationship with my wife, say me, and then I'll tell you, or we can just keep moving. Okay, so uh, what would you like to read about? What would you like? Oh, you want to know? Okay, all right. So the story that I would like to tell you about my
Did your
wife.
wife serve in the country too?
No, she did not. I snatched my baby up straight out of high school.
Speak Russian.
Do I speak Russian? No, I only speak German. Kannst du mit Deutsch sprechen? Kann ich das da? Aber Russian kann ich nicht. So I snatched. We were high school sweethearts, you know, high school sweethearts, and this is how I see that we made this thing work. I kind of liken it to, you know, going to a pet store because I love pet stores. It's like my wife went to this pet store, and you know, we went to arch rival high schools, and okay, we went to arch rival high schools. So, but these were two of the strongest black arch rival schools that are back then in our city. And so she came into the pet store with all her little girlfriends and everything. So, you know, and, you know, they were looking at all of the little pets that were sitting up there. And some of the pets, they were like, you had your pets that had the nice cars. You had your pets that had the nice dress. You had the pets that had the nice money and stuff like that. So when my wife walked in there, she saw this little scrawny little pet over there in the corner, this scrawny little puppy over there. And, you know, she looked at him and, you know, all of her little friends, they had already picked up their little puppies. But she looked at me and she was like, She walked right past me. And I was like, all right. So then I ran up to the glass. And I'm the scrawniest little puppy in the whole store. So I got my chest out and I'm sticking it out as far as I can get it out. As far as I can get it out. She looks. She turns around. And she comes back. And her girlfriends are like, whoa, he's too small. That one's too small. That one, he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the car. He doesn't have the clothes. He doesn't have anything. He's just a little puppy. But she says, I'll take that one. I'll take that one. So then, all right. So she says, well, I'm going to take that one, but I want to take him to the park down the street for a minute. So she takes me down to the park, she takes me out there. So they said, do you want a leash for him? And she was like, no, I don't want a leash. So they say, we always put the puppies on a leash. She said, no, I don't want a leash. You see, for me, that was a test. You see, when we walked out of that store, she didn't touch that door. My wife, out of the 35 years that we've been together, she has never touched a doorknob because I do that. I touch all of the doorknobs and I do all of the door opening for her. So when she took me to the park, I walked in front of her. And she looked and she was like, okay. But I didn't walk too far in front of her. I walked in front of her just enough so she'll know that I'm protecting her. And she realized that. So then we walked around again. She walked around again. And then, so we got closer to the park. So then I started barking. So she was saying, okay, he's a protector. Okay, I can do that. So then when we get all the way to the park, there are a lot of little dogs. You know, you got the dogs, the rich dogs that are running around. You got the dogs that got all of the clothes. You got the dogs that got the nice cars. You got all of these dogs and they're just showing off in front. But I'm right there next to her. And she said, okay, he's loyal. All right. So she takes me back to the pet store. And then they go, I'm going to take that one. And everybody's like, who? Him? Yeah, I'm taking that one. And right across my collar, I got Dreamer on my collar. And they're like, Dreamer? Yeah, I'm a dreamer. So she takes Dreamer with her to her house. Her mom looks at me and she says, and looks at me and she looks at her and she's like, what is that? She said, that's Dreamer. Dreamer? I don't know about Dreamer. I don't know about Dreamer. So then, she took me in a little corner and, started, tearing up some stuff and doing something like that. And mother, she was like, I don't know about Dreamer. Then something happened. The little dog, I peed in the corner. Oh, man, I don't know about this Dreamer. I don't know about Dreamer, So she looked over there, and then all of a sudden she was like, why did you take that one? She said, because, Mom, yeah, up on top of the cage it said Dreamer. But at the bottom of it, it said loyal, provider, person I could live with for a lifetime. And that's why she picked me. Okay. Yeah. All right, baby. Okay. So, yeah, that's the person behind the pages. Somebody who loves his wife madly. And what would you like the readers to know about you? What'd you say?
What you just said.
Okay. What would you like the readers to know about you? Well, what I would like the readers to know about me is that I will not waste your time. I promise you, I will not waste your time. If you give me the opportunity to open my book and read just the first page, I promise you, I will get you on the first page. And I won't disappoint you after that. So if you are willing to sacrifice just a little bit of time to take my book, I won't disappoint you. And that's who I am. That's me. Nice. Well, it's kind of hard to read when you got little tears all up in your eyes, but I don't want to be no crybaby, but here we are. This is my wife, baby. Come on over here. Okay. This is my baby. All right. So, okay. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, we kind of.
That's us.
Yeah. We're kind of crazy, but but that's who I am. My website is www.Kenneth Thomas Sr. 33 years priceless. Yeah. www.KennethThomasSr.com. I think that we have something here. I think that we have a good book. Mm-hmm. I think that you will be entertained, and I'm not a salesman, but I am who I am, and we'll give you what we got.
Hi, I'm Felicia. And if you go to Barnes & Noble and request it, or any bookstore and request Given Not Taken by Kenneth Thomas Sr., that would be great too. And you can also order it on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say.
Okay, well, you said, I saw a question that says, tell me a little bit about Calvin and Deja. Okay, Calvin and Deja. Calvin loves like I love. Calvin loves with everything he's got. I mean, every fiber in his being, he loved Deja. He loved Deja so much that he swore after what happened that he would never love again. And he wasn't really looking for anything. I mean, his parents and everybody was trying to get him to get back in the ring, but he was like, no, I'm good. And you'll see his story. You'll see his story and you'll see his journey. Yeah, you will. Dr. Me Harper. Hello.
Make sure they tell their friends about it.
Make sure that you tell your friends about Given Not Taken. I mean, If we can get given not taken in people's hands, we can do it. Robert, hello, Robert. How are you? Hello, Robert. Robot Reggie. Hello, hey Reggie. What's going on, man? Yeah. That's basically oh, they asked where did I told them where I do my writing at. Okay. How did you come up with the title? It's in the book.
Can't say.
It's in the book. Unlike Ellen, who I love, I am not talking that much about what it came out. Tell us about Ava and her fantasy. Whoa, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. That's too much. You gotta read. You gotta read. Let me tell you something. When my wife was just my girlfriend, man, she gave me just enough to know where I wanted to be. Okay, Ava's character. Ava is a strong woman. Ava's a strong woman. She's a surgeon. She's educated. She's German. She's the way a German is. They love everything exact and where they should be. But she has needs, and she has needs because her husband hasn't been taking care of those needs. He's a ruthless guy. Uli has a bit of a temper. Uli, to put it mildly, Uli has a bit of a temper. He's a special kind of guy. He's a special kind of guy. I want what's mine. Hello, hey, what's I want what's mine. Okay. Yes, he does. And all the characters in the book, they have their own type of personality, and you can feel and you can see who they are. Hello, Joyce from St. Louis. Hello. Oh, sorry about that. Grandpa in German means Opa. So Opa, he's a nice character that you're gonna fall in love with too. You basically have three main characters. You have Calvin, you have Ava, and you have Uli Kasha. Hello, I forgot my scope 3. Hello, Sybil. Hi, thank you for joining me, Sybil. And and what I like about this book is that they pass the torch on. They pass every chapter to another, and they get you all the way to the end. Hey, hello, how are you? Was Seymour loyal to Uli? Seymour was loyal to him. Seymour was a me kind of guy. He was a me kind of guy. So, yeah, Seymour was a me kind of guy. Okay, he was a hot. Yeah, he has a slight temper, but it is what it is. It's how people are. Arthur Gibbs. Hey, Arthur Gibbs, how are you? I am looking forward to reading your book. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. When people tell me that they are looking forward to reading my book, or when they are looking, or they're just going to give me a chance, I'm really happy with that. Naturally, I am too. Hey, naturally, I am too. So we all read it. And when you read it and you like it, tell your friends. Because I would like to get to the bestseller thing. So let's see if we can do that. If that's cool with you guys. You will not be you will not be disappointed. I promise you. Allison, hey, Allison McCain, how are you? Thank you for joining. Allison, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. I would tell people, when you tell them, and I don't want to sound like I'm. Hey, how are you? I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. Oh, I was talking about Opa. Opa, as I told you, I speak German, so Opa means grandpa. And Opa he is from old school Germany. He is what a German is supposed to be. I mean, he eats his bratwurst. He is as German as you possibly can get. Are you planning on booking? Would you say that again? That was too quick.
Book signings.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to be at Ellen's book signing in Newport News, Virginia on March the 5th. I will be there. I want to sign as many books, and I want to meet as many people, and I want to do as much as I can do, because when God has given you a gift and you know it's a gift, I mean, and to be totally honest with you, I was disobedient too long. I mean, I should have did what he told me to do.
You're in the process of making your schedule for other signings.
We are in the process of getting ready for other signings. So what we're trying to do is that I would like, and it might be a lofty goal, but I'm trying to get all 50 states in 90 days. If I can get a pledge from a reader in all 50 states in 90 days, that's my goal. I would love to do that, because when we do all 50 states, we're headed to, what is the book about? Given Not Taken is about an interrelationship that wasn't supposed to happen. It simply wasn't supposed to happen. It's about two military, it's about a military hero, to be totally honest with you. And they get into a relationship that gets kind of sticky. We want to get all 50 states in 90 days, and then we want to go to Europe. And since half of the book is in Germany, no, I do not want to tell too much about it. Since half of the book is in Germany, a lot of the stuff happens in Germany. I have some German people that are ready to participate in this, so, and that gives me a chance to use my German, because I don't get a chance to speak German that often. There will be a sequel. We can do it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, let me tell you some of the states that we already have. We have, of course, Florida. We have Georgia. We have Alabama. We have Texas. We have Hawaii. We have Virginia. Mm-hmm. We have Philadelphia. We Maryland. We have what? Where is it on? It's where is it at? Amazon? Yeah, it's at Amazon. Yes, it is. It is on Amazon.com. You can get it right now. You can order your copy right now. If you order it right now, then you'll get yours on February the 1st. Do you plan to do a German dialect? Yes. My daughter, whose German is perfect, will do the Ava. No, not Ava. Will do Deja. She would do the Deja love letter. She would do the Deja love letter, and we're really happy about that. I mean, her German is. I mean, people really get kind of freaked out when they see this German chick speaking German like that.
And she's black.
And she's black. What is the title again? The title is called Given, Not Taken. Given, Not Taken. And a lot of people, when they see the book Given Not Taken, and they read the synopsis, and they think that, okay, hey, natural I am. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. They think that I'm married to a Caucasian, but nah, I'm not. No, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm married to a sister. But a lot of my colleagues in the military were married to Germans, and I, I love Germans. My two older kids' godmother is German. She speaks not one lick of English, and she is so sweet. She's such a sweetie. So yeah, uh, it's cool you speak the language. Yeah, I'm happy I did. If I allow, your book doesn't really tell the truth. Tell that you're a black writer. It's diversity. Yeah, I'm glad about that. I am a vet, and I salute you. I salute you too. My military career, I would not change it for anything. I really enjoyed my military stint. It allowed me a natural I am salutes. Hey, how are you? Thank you for the salute. I you know, I'll tell you one other little small story. I won't keep you. No, I did not. No, I did not. Yeah. The only problem that I had with basic training, the only problem that I had with basic training is that I had this young cyber ears. Hey, hi, thank you for joining. Cyber shears. Thank you for joining. I had this young, beautiful 17-year-old, because I was already gone and she was still in high school, and they wanted to make us sing these Jody songs, and I did not like this Jody song. I did not like saying my girl was going to be gone, and so that's the only problem I had with basic training. I did not like that, and I got in trouble for that because they wanted to make me sing it, and I mumbled I moved my lips, but I didn't say the words. But it was what it was. So, so yeah. But yeah. I mean, I really want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving me a shot. Did it have any influence on Calvin or Deja? Yeah. The military. It was just the perfect world. What is the name? What is the name of the hitman before you? What? What is the name for the hitman?
Ellen can remember.
Oh, the hitman. Oh, you mean that's Uli. Uli Kasha? Uli. Yeah, Uli. Yeah, it's Uli. Yeah, Uli. Yeah, some of you are not gonna like Uli. But then you have some people that love Uli. My editor, she secretly loves Uli. She just won't admit it. But some people like bad boys. I don't. My favorite character. I don't think that you guys would be surprised who my favorite character is. Yeah, you would love to hate him. Yeah. Not name. What is it called? Not his name. What is it called? The Hitman? Not his name. What is it called? It should be a movie. When
Are you talking about the book?
No. When I wrote this, when I was writing this, I could see it. So I saw everything. I saw every. I was looking at it like it was a movie. Yeah. And I always see people that I would love to be. Not a hitman, not a bounty hunter.
No. You're going to be telling about the book again. You know what Uli does?
Oh, no, we don't tell what Uli does. You got to read that.
And what they call him. We can't say that because that's like giving a little bit more of the book.
No, she was like, See, when you read this book, we're gonna a mercenary.
Not Uli.
No, Uli's not that. Uli's not that. Um, when you, what I wanted to do is I wanted to touch on. What I wanted to do is I wanted to touch on different subjects. We go from one extreme to the next.
Yes.
You know, what we did at first is that we talked about Dakota dance. Hey Dakota, thank you for joining. What we talked about at the beginning. Can you show the book cover? My wife's gonna go get it. But this, hey Arthur Gibbs, thanks you for joining again. We have the book cover, but this book cover was just a book cover that we had to put together to get everything rolling. But the actual book cover is a lot more beautiful than what my wife is about to show you. It's on my website. If you go to my website, you'll see the actual cover that we're gonna use.
It's gonna be this one?
Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah. I have a poster of it. So we can leave that on, baby. We can leave that on. This is the actual poster of it. So given, not taken.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Given, not taken. Okay, so that's a poster. Sorry, baby. Thank you. So that's a poster of it that we're gonna have in Barnes and Noble here in Jacksonville. Allison McCain, thank you for joining. Cool. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Okay, well, thanks again. I'm not gonna take too much more of your time. Please go to my website, www.KennethThomasSr altogether.com. And if when you read it, please let me know you like what you like. All right. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the hearts. And this was my first Periscope, so thank you guys for being so kind to me and for listening to me. No picture. No, the picture isn't on there. We're getting everything loaded right now. You know, so the picture should be on there somewhere, probably soon. I don't want to put a time frame on it. Natural Jam. Thank you for joining, Natural Jam. Natural I Am. Thank you for joining. We're getting ready to go. So thank you again, and I hope to see you again. Peace.